Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. It's hour 3 here in the Swain Event. Irish Networks hotline, 865-255-03. Humming this morning. Appreciate all the phone calls and interaction. Volstorm and then Rodney is on the Irish Networks hotline. So let's get to Volstorm. Volstorm, good morning, sir.
I love how you've deviated from the original question.
What's the original question? Did I deviate
The original question was touchdown or turnover. You feel better about the Josh Heupel era than you did the past few months.
Correct. And then I explained last segment that the reason why we are having this conversation is because someone mentioned that they're off board. I said, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? And then Rusty called in, explained what that meant. And so before Rusty called in, I was like, well, technically you're always on board if you're a Tennessee fan. I didn't know what off board, on board even meant. Rusty explained it. And so it started a whole nother conversation, though. I didn't blame you for being I didn't accuse you of being off board, on board.
No, I'm accusing you.
No.
No.
I'm always on board.
Insinuate I was off board.
No, I use you as an example.
He's just sitting in the back of the bus.
Example. I use you as example, but you're always on board, Volstorm. You're always on board because you engage. You engage in Tennessee football, whether you're pissed off or happy. You're engaged. You're on board.
People that get on to social media and call into shows like this, of course, there's no other show like this. They are on board. Because, when you're mad at your ex, you still have feelings.
Exactly.
You ever seen those people that they're constantly just complaining about their ex and putting them down and everything, and you just want to look at them and go, you still have feelings.
Yep.
If you didn't, you wouldn't keep talking about it.
Yep. Exactly. So you're on board. Yeah, you may not be on board with your approval, but you are on board as far as your investment emotionally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's ever going to be a time that I'm off board. I mean, hell, I was born into it. I graduated from there. The whole family is balled up.
The graduation thing, that's debatable. We need evidence. We need evidence.
You need evidence. You want me to send you a copy of my diploma?
Yeah, we need copies, man. Ben's jab at you about the Mississippi State degree had me thinking. I think we need some evidence.
I definitely got the evidence.
No,
but back to the original question, when I said that it's turnover, that I don't feel any different now than I did a few months ago. Butch Jones made a living off of what he did in the offseason. And it didn't always translate to the field. The only decent things that Pruitt did was to bring in recruits, which never translated to the field. Because the bottom line is this. What we care about day in and day out is what the record is and what's being done on the field. All this other stuff is window dressing. Not saying it's not important.
Mm-hmm.
But what matters is wins and losses.
Yep.
And how you win and lose.
Yep. It's important. I think that's why Josh Heupel's here. Because we're going to lose, but if we lose scoring points, it's a whole lot better than losing only scoring 7 or 10 points.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose but you fired all the bullets in the chamber, you're not going to be nearly as disappointed as what we've had to put up with the past couple of years.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And as far as the hire of Heupel goes, I remember Heupel when he was a quarterback at Oklahoma. So I knew there was going to be quarterback development, which is what we needed. So the hiring of Heupel wasn't as big of a disappointment as, say, Ben McKee's wardrobe malfunction yesterday. See, boys?
I wasn't ready for that one, man. I wasn't ready for that, man. He had me like really like listening. And
Yeah.
like I thought he was making a real point, and then boom, he just hit you across the back of the head like Homie the Clown.
Yeah, that was good and bad by Volstorm. That was good that it kind of came out of left field, but I felt like there could have been more in the punchline. He didn't say it with enough conviction. It was a very soft punchline with how he presented it. Great line, poor conviction.
I need proof, Volstorm. You can scan a picture of your diploma and you can drop it in my DMs. I need proof that you are a graduate of Tennessee.
The proof that I want is a student ID from Pellissippi and UT.
If I had to give proof, I wouldn't even be able to do that because I don't know what my diploma is. Let me ask my wife. Maybe she knows where it is.
Anybody can print out something online and try and show somebody. I want a student ID. Volstorm's student ID from his time at Tennessee in the 60s. That's what I want to see. I mean, the 50s. Sorry, I forgot. They won a national championship when he was in school. The 50s.
Yeah. Daddy Haslam was on that team.
I heard
Volstorm's a student there, too.
I heard Grandpa Haslam was the one that was on the team. Not
Yeah,
even Daddy Haslam. It was Grandpa Haslam.
Even before Daddy Haslam?
It was Daddy's daddy.
Golly. Oh, man. All right, Volstorm. I need to find my diploma. Now I'm thinking about it. I just text my wife to ask her where's my degree so I can find it. I don't know where it is, man. I'm scared to take it out of the cylinder because then I won't be able to roll it back and put it back in.
That's why you need to frame it. Hang it.
Yeah, no. One of these days. All right, let's go back to the phones. And let's get to Rodney. Rodney, good morning.
Good morning, man.
What's up, man? I was thinking about you yesterday.
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man.
I was thinking about you yesterday, Rodney.
What about?
There's some background feed there. I think you got the app going or something.
Hold on.
There's a little echo. That's a rookie mistake. That's a rookie mistake, Rodney.
What?
Because I was cutting grass the day before, and I couldn't breathe, man. I had the worst allergy attack ever, and I was like, dude, I don't know how Rodney deals with this stuff. This is ridiculous. I was
Allegra.
man, I took some. It was too late though. I had a couple days where I didn't take it. I was feeling real good about myself. I was like, I'm good. I don't need no allergy medicine.
Man.
I'm good.
You talk about a rookie move. You thought you out there feeling good. Then you can't breathe.
I'm good. And then yesterday I was like, I was hurting yesterday, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, you can't let it creep up on you like that.
I know.
You
Gotta stay consistent.
Always be ready, man.
Exactly.
Hey, I was calling in about on board. The way I look at it is like this. Tennessee's in my blood. So I'm never off board. I may be frustrated, but I'm never off board.
Gotcha.
It's just, hey, once they get on, as far as the coach goes, I could care less because I'm invested in Tennessee. So whoever they get, I got to ride with them. They didn't call me an ass. So I don't get frustrated or I could care less who they bring in because whoever they bring in, I'm gonna cheer for them until they give me a reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, until I take my last breath, I'll always be a Tennessee ball fan. So, I can't get off board. I can only get frustrated.
Yeah, I feel you. That's how I am, man. I'm always on board. But you know what stinks though? And this is no fault of our own. This is the coaches putting us in this position because they failed to do their job. But what about that time when you're on board, but you're off board with the coach, and you know that coach ain't going to get it done, and he's basically a dead man walking, and you just like, let's just hurry up and get this thing over with. So like when Dooley at the end of his third year and Butch at the end of his fifth year in 17, like I was put in a bit of a conundrum there, man. It was tough, a bit of a pickle, because I was rooting for my boys to win the game, but I was like, we need to go ahead and cut bait, man. We need to go ahead. This dude's a dead man walking. Let's just go ahead and get it over with now. But we know it was going to take him to lose to do that because John Curry didn't really want to fire him, but he had no choice. That is the worst position to be in as a fan.
Yeah. That Bush Jones, the last, I almost couldn't breathe right then. It's like, I cannot not watch him, but it pains me to watch him.
Yeah.
But I still got to watch him, and my wife would be like, why do you do this to yourself? I don't know. I just don't need you to talk to me right now. I'm going to watch this. Yeah. I wish I drunk. If I drank, man, I'd probably be a drunk back then. But I just can't help it. So it's just in my blood, man. So
good stuff, man. Good stuff, Rodney.
All right, I'll hang up and listen.
All right, man. That reminds me, I got to take my allergy medicine. I got to do that.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Man, I was slipping. I went a whole week without taking it, and I was good, man. I've been in the yard doing work here and there, but like what's today? Wednesday, I went hard in the paint. Weed eating. That's when you go hard in the paint. When you weed eat, you pull out the blower, you're blowing the trimmings, and you cut the grass. Oh, that's when you go hard in the paint. That's when you really, really, really getting stuff done. Sometimes you just cut the grass. It can go another week without weed eating. We good. No, I was really, really putting that work in. The blower all flying in the air, all in my nose. Oh, yeah, it was over. And I'm so glad I don't be wearing a mask as much anymore. So I was like, I ain't going to put my mask on cutting grass. I should have had my mask on. Oh, yesterday I was hurting. I know y'all heard it in my voice. I know y'all heard it, man. Sound like Dennis Franchione a little bit during the show. A little nasally. No, y'all heard it. Let's get to...
sounded more like Avery Johnson to me.
Yeah.
Avery Johnson.
I felt it. I know I sounded different for sure. Today I'm better. I can breathe. I went to bed at about 11-ish. The dog woke up at around 5. I thought it was 2 o'clock. I was like, what happened? Like, I was hurting so bad that it affected my sleep in a huge, huge way. That's why I got up and went to the grocery store to try to wake up. And they had a brisket on sale, which I just put on the smoker.
Did you know the brisket was on sale?
No clue. I went to the store this morning to try to wake up.
Did you go to the store to purchase something?
I went to the store to get some lunch for the kids for today, and also some biscuits for breakfast. That's why I went. I was in the mood to make some biscuits. I was walking by, I got some bacon, and I saw the brisket on sale. And I was like, oh, man. Usually when you got to do a brisket, you got to do it in the morning. So I was like, well, if I do this brisket, it has to be before the show, or this thing is not going to be done until later tonight. So I decided at that moment I was going to put the brisket on before the show. So during the breaks, I've been seasoning, slicing, trimming, stoking the fire, getting ready. I'm going to have pics later. I'm going to send them right to Volstorm. Make you real jealous. And I have a couple slices for you too, Ben. Just like always. You know who's the most excited when the smoker is going? It's Ben McKee, especially during the week.
Your youngest.
Ben McKee. Because Ben knows even before my kids know. Ben knows.
I did notice when I was coming in this morning.
You smelled it?
Well, I saw the fire first.
You smell that the oak and hickory?
It was weird because the way that I come in, you would think that I would smell it first because I obviously come in from the outside, but I didn't smell it until I opened your door, and then I got like a whiff of it from the inside. Oh, yeah. It's going to smell even better when the show's over. Because at that moment, the brisket wasn't even on. That's going to smell even better. All right, let's get back to the phones. We have Joe and Augusta. Joe and Augusta, good morning.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, Joe?
Oh man, it's Friday, man. We ain't hitting on nothing. We ain't doing nothing.
Does your boss know that?
Yeah, it's not really different than normal, so he kind of expects it from us anymore.
Oh man, that's great.
Well, I heard Rodney talking about how he said, "Man, I don't even know why I watch them. It pains me to watch them, but I just watch them anyway." I can tell you why. It's like family, man. It's like your kids. Like when your kids are doing wrong, you're like, why? But it's not like you're gonna I can't just go play in the street. I don't even care. You can't do that. I mean,
nope.
This team, man, it's you love it too much, and even when you know that things are going bad and we're finna get blowed out the water, you're just like, all right, maybe something will happen. Maybe they'll snap it over the quarterback's head and we'll recover it in the end zone. And things will go our way. And you know it ain't gonna happen. You know it ain't gonna happen. But there's hope, and that's why we keep coming back.
Oh man, it's true. It's true because you don't have anywhere to go.
No,
nope. You get mad. It's like being in a dead end, right? Like you're like, I'm about to leave, and like you turn around and you can't go that way. There's only one way to go. It's the other way. Like as a Tennessee fan, there's no other way to go. You can't stop being a Tennessee fan and adopt another fan base. Like we've heard stories,
but you'd be a bum.
Well, we've heard stories. We had a Georgia fan that called in. He was a little bit older, but he explained why he converted from Tennessee to Georgia years ago when he was a little bit younger. But you can't do it now. It's too late. It's too late. It's something you got to do when you're younger.
Man, that UCLA game, not the one with Fulmer, but the following one. I went to, I was at
Kiffin.
My parents' house.
Was that Kiffin?
Yeah.
That was 09.
At my parents' house, man. And I got so pissed off, I just left. I just walked out. Didn't even say bye to my mama. And I was driving around mad, and I ended up at Best Buy because I knew that they would have games on. And I ended up watching the rest of the game at Best Buy because I couldn't get away. I'm like, what am I doing here? This isn't even a bar. Like, this is stupid. Like, come on, make a play. People walking past, like, what's wrong with you? Like, and I'm in Georgia, so everybody's like, what's wrong with you guy?
Did you have an orange?
I did.
Oh, man. They probably thought you was really crazy then.
It's game day. Got a polo on.
That's great. That's great, man. That's what's being a fan's all about.
Yep. Well, I'm going to get out here and perpetrate like I'm working until for about the next 7.5 hours. And y'all have a good day, gentlemen.
See you. All right, let me go to the text box. Share with your fellow smokers. What you mean share, man? I love sharing. I be loading Ben up, man. Load him up. I love to share. All 85 said, who has brisket on sale? Kroger. Kroger has brisket on sale right now. So I already got mine, so I don't mind telling you. I ain't about to get another one. So they on sale. They got some ribeyes on sale, but I got the brisket. So brisket is on sale at Kroger. Good stuff here on the text box. We'll get to after the break. Swain Event. Be right back.
Brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks. If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Swain event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Hope you're having a great Friday morning. It is the bottom of the hour, 9:30. Nelson, boy, you crazy. Swain about to make the Lincoln Riley brisket. Oh man, I need to go look it up again. I need to look up that Lincoln Riley brisket. Oh man. The best part is, the best part of that tweet, when Lincoln Riley showed that brisket, is that he thought it was fire. The confidence in that tweet.
He was so proud.
This tweet, all it says is "Happy Easter!" exclamation point, and he used the emoji exclamation point, and then he used the emoji of a chef. Hey, when you tweet a picture with 2 words, that means the picture speaks for itself. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Ain't that what they say?
Something like that.
When you tweet a picture and you say, "Happy Easter," the picture better be fire. In this case, it was fire. All right? It looked like it had too much fire and not enough spritz because it's dry. And it looked like he sliced it wrong too, man. Yeah, he sliced it wrong. He sliced with the grain. He didn't even slice it against the grain here. He sliced it wrong. You ain't right, Nelson. You ain't right. It will not be a Lincoln Riley brisket. I can promise you that. Let's see here. Terrell says, if you got a Tennessee tack, can you ever be off board?
No.
What about an Alabama tack? Can you ever be off board Alabama?
Nope. That's why Pruitt was always a Bammer.
I think he's going to swing at that one.
And always will be.
No, I can't ever be off board, man. I can't ever be off board.
Y'all gonna have a real hard time cracking these Bama jokes on me here soon when I have the state of Tennessee outlined on me.
Where you getting it, man? On your neck?
On my forehead. Try to cover up the bald spot.
What side? Northeast? Northwest? West? Southeast?
I don't know. I got a pretty big head. I got a lot of room to cover.
You got that Peyton?
I don't have a big forehead. I just got a big head.
I'm just joking. Don't cancel me. Y'all say a little joke about Peyton. Y'all be wanting to fight.
Brad's got all the room on the forehead. I got all the room behind the forehead. I'm going to get it on my inner bicep. I'm going to have a hard time cracking those Bama jokes.
Right arm?
Yep.
Oh, man, you working on the sleeve like Brown Maurer.
I know. Leg sleeves next. I'm going to have a hard time when I have Mumford, Tennessee, and Paris, Tennessee represented on my arm.
I'm going to need Tramel to look at his text before hitting the sand. What is Tramel talking about?
Swain, you've been asking Tramel to proofread his messages on the text box for years now. He ain't never done it. He ain't going to do it.
I'm asking Tramel to get a new phone because I'm convinced he has a flip phone.
And as speaking of being on board with tattoos, as Nelson points out, somebody like Andy, when you have that just great chest piece, you will always be on board. You can never be off board when you have such a great Tennessee chest piece like Andy has. That's a great point by Nelson. When you have an awesome smoky dog, gorilla, mauler chest piece, you can never be off board. Andy is what we all should strive to be. Somebody as on board as Andy.
You know, a dog has grills.
Yes.
All right. Chip Payne says grocery stores knows exactly what they're doing when it comes to product placement because I can never go in there and get exactly what's on the list. I always get some extra things that I had no intention on getting. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the worst, you can't go to the grocery store if you're hungry. You truly cannot. It's not a good idea if you go to the grocery store while you are hungry.
Man.
It does not end up well. Everything looks like it tastes great.
And then they had a dozen and a half eggs for 97 cents. What am I supposed to do? Just let that sit there? I'm supposed to let that sit there? I got 3 cartons of dozen. I walked away with 3 dozen eggs.
My problem is I get to the front.
No, I walked away with 4.5 dozens. 4.5 dozens. Now think about it.
At least eggs take a while to expire.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. You know, I got a dog now, so.
Oh, yeah, you can be on your Daytona and feed.
I hook him up with some eggs, even though he might be too young to be eating eggs, but you can always use eggs, man. Bacon, you know, you got to have breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast person, but on the weekends I have breakfast, but the kids love eggs and breakfast, so you can never have too much eggs.
Part of the grocery store that gets me is where the checkout is because they have all those drinks up there and get some M&Ms or some Reese's cups. I can't go check out without getting a drink and some type of candy.
Chip Payne over here telling on himself
about him going to the grocery store.
And never go to the store stoned out of your mind either. Chip, we don't. Are you speaking for a friend or are you speaking for yourself?
Chip gets the munchies when he goes.
Oh yeah, the Willa. That part of the section of the grocery store that you don't like, I know gets Chip because they got nothing but goodies up there. The 25-cent bag of chips, Snickers.
And the big box store is the worst. They got all the candy, all those little self bag of chips.
Oh, they get Chip every time. They get Chip every time.
Chip be eating the chips when he's on his munchies.
Oh yeah. Do your thing, Chip. We ain't judging you, man. Do your thing.
No wonder C-Mac was in Atlanta last couple of
He was
weeks.
hanging out with Chip.
Chip and
They met
Chip
up.
and C-Mac. Probably had Rodney with him, too.
They met up.
You know why Rodney was flustered and made that rookie mistake, don't you? About him being on speakerphone or having
Probably.
the app playing in the background?
Yeah, he probably was a little.
Well, no, he was just sitting in Atlanta traffic. He was flustered from Atlanta traffic.
I was about to say it should be good now, but nope. Atlanta traffic don't calm down till
Ever. You know, folks
probably
from
11-ish.
folks from South Pittsburgh, traffic flusters them more than the average person because they're used to 2 cars on the road at once. They can get to where they need to get to 5 minutes early just because there's nobody else on the road. But get a South Pittsburgh native into Atlanta and they are flustered.
Ooh. Valchi says, I can feed the pup plenty of eggs. All right. Well, get ready, pup. Better have some omelets. Darth Vaul is sharing his personal experiences again that line up with Chips. Turkey Man says, is Ben and Andy going to get tattoos together? Other McKee says, Tramel has to cycle through the 3 letters on each number on his flip phone. Tramel says, I still know what Tramel's saying over here.
Would you say about 90% of people have smoked in their lifetime at least once? I'd say that's right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I fall into the 10%. I have truly never smoked a day in my life.
Yeah, me too.
The smell of it makes my head hurt. I'm good.
Yeah, man.
I'll stick to my green apple, my Jack Green Apple,
Yeah, man.
my Jack and Coke.
I agree with you, buddy. Let's see here. UPS man says the bottom line, because Volstorm said so. No one drops the mic like Volstorm. ATL VFL says on board typically means you are in agreement. I can see that. I can. On board, just it's how you interpret it. It's how you interpret on board. You can be on board but not be in agreement. Or you could just not be on board because you're not in agreement. The bigger picture is this is my school. So I'm always on board with my school, but I'm not in agreement with this coaching staff, so I'm not on board with the staff. I'm on board with the school, not the staff. But think about like if you was a major donor. And let's say you donated $500,000 a year. You know how weird that would be? Be like, yeah, I'm on board, but I'm not donating $500,000 a year. I'm not donating anything anymore. But I'm still on board. Whew, that'd be weird, man. That'd be weird. Jeffy Dean says Coach Hyper is the most down-to-earth football coach we've had in over a decade, at least from afar. The players seem to be enjoying themselves. I'm not seeing anything negative since he's got here. No reason to not be on board. One thing I've noticed from especially the last 2 coaches is that the job changed them. Like the power, the pressure, it changed them. Like some of the stories we were hearing about Pruitt and some of the players not liking him. Now some of the players did. It didn't line up with what we were hearing before he got here. And I think the pressure and the power changed him. And most certainly the pressure and the power changed Butch. Ain't no doubt about it. When you tell your own fan base during the game, F you, I think the pressure is getting to him a little bit, guys. I think that's getting to him. Allval 85 says we're just tired of being let down. We keep getting hyped for these coaches. They're the ones who are going to make us great again. Yet time after time we're let down. I think we lost that message. Oh, here we go. We keep saying this is rocky bottom, can't get worse, and the next guy proves us wrong. We're just getting burnt out. I feel fans are more in that show me first. I'm here, ready and waiting. I'm ready to run through a brick wall, but we need a coach that's ready to run through it with us. Yeah. Yep. And again, it goes back to Rusty's call. Being on board can speak to your confidence level and excitement. And if you don't have that, then you're not on board. But you're still on board as a fan. And that can be true. That's good stuff. ATL VFL likes the hires. Golish, Ronnie Garner, Martinez especially. Jamel says it's the most organized I've ever seen. Talking about this staff. Yeah, man, they are on board with the organization. That's for sure. All right, here's Jamel's text again. Okay, I understand that one, Jamel.
To be fair, the one about the 90% was probably his most crisp, clean message of all time on the text box. It was straight to the point, didn't have any grammar mistakes. I mean, it was awesome.
See, man, how the hell y'all can go about smoking meat to smoking trees? I don't know.
C-Mac's greatest hour in Swain event history.
Joe Augusta says, went drunk into a Walmart one day on a payday. Terrible idea. Wasted more money than 2017 coaching staff. Rodney told you to slow your roll.
Look, it's not my fault the folks in South Pittsburgh slow their roll when they're driving.
Oh, man. I never got pulled over in South Pittsburgh, so I'm showing them love. I know I could have every time I've driven past their speed. 865-255-03. Let me get on over here to Facebook Live. Chip says being on board means you were off board at one time. I had never been off board. I've been upset, but never will be off board. I bleed, eat, and sleep Tennessee. Tommy Gibbons. What's up, Tommy? Says, in Waco, guys, Baylor's campus looks incredible. Mirroring their success, one day the Big Orange will be back and beef up its facilities. Ain't that crazy to hear?
That Baylor's nice?
To hear, like, for some folks it's crazy. For some folks they understand. But there are a group of us that still think our facilities are superior to everybody else's. And it's not. It's good, but it's not superior. I mean, do you think people have sat around and said, oh, look at Tennessee's facilities? Let's not try to do anything better than that. Let's not upgrade ours. Well, in the last 20 years, other folks have upgraded theirs. And everybody has nice facilities now. Josh Brown says that they always making memes about Tennessee. I can't wait to be back on top. I know, man. Josh says, I still care about the Bulls, but just hard to watch this season. This season? Psh, how about every season? For the last 10 years, they've been hard to watch. They had one little stretch where, like, you had, Derrick Rose and Lou Alding and, like, Joakim Noah. But that was it, man. The Bulls was terrible.
And this season's kind of rubbed salt in the wound because you see, Tom Thibodeau, I think he's the NBA Coach of the Year, what he's done with that Knicks team. And Julius Randle deserves MVP consideration in my opinion. He's
most improved for sure.
Yeah, and should be on an All NBA first team as well. But this year for the Bulls, kind of salt in the wound because Thibodeau has just been a miracle worker and done a tremendous coaching job with that Knicks team. And Derrick Rose has kind of had a resurgence. He's been solid the last couple of years, but it seems like he took it up a notch this year and had a really good year. So it's been salt in the wound for Bulls fans this year too, because the last time the Bulls were good was when they had Thibodeau, and wasn't it like a big debate when the Bulls fired Thibodeau? Like they didn't, like some fans didn't think that he should have been fired. Like they were having success and they fired him.
Yeah, because he's hard nosed.
Yeah,
no, he's hard. He's an old school coach. I mean, he really beat him down in practice. But you look at the Knicks defense. You look at what he's done with the Knicks, man. Tom Thibodeau was a damn good coach. Damn good coach. And John Paxson went to hire his boy, Fred Hoiberg, and got him from Iowa State. That was a damn disaster. Anyways, I don't care anymore.
That basketball game, we talked about the play-in tournament yesterday and it being exciting or us liking it, and I still like it. But that basketball game last night, I did not even turn it on because by the time I even got a chance to turn it on, it wasn't even a game. How you get 144, 145 dropped on your head with the season on the line and get beat by 30? I hope tonight's game's better.
That was like Notre Dame playing Alabama.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you have the championship game and you just go out there and you just lay an absolute dud in the biggest game of the season. You just lay a dud. It's like when Ohio State got slammed by Clemson in the college football semifinals, and then I think Ohio State did it to Clemson this past year. So like sometimes it just happens that way. But I watched the beginning of it, and when the Wizards got up about 15 to 18 points, my kids are like, "Hey, you want to watch that Meat Eater again?" So I turned on Netflix, and now I got my oldest and my middle kid watching Meat Eater with me. Now the youngest one,
I'm surprised
she wants to be a veterinarian, so whoo, but to ease her in, I don't think she's gonna like the Netflix series as much as the older two. But the second kid, my middle kid, she like it a little too much.
A little concerning.
Yeah, it's a little concerning, man. Me and my oldest looked at each other when they shot a deer. My middle kid was like, "Woo, woo, 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 woo!"
Like Tennessee just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, I was like, "Dang, girl, why you so hyped?" I think she might want to be a hunter one day. Seriously, like my youngest one might be a veterinarian, and my middle one might be a hunter.
You're going to have a family divided. Speaking of those house divided license plates, you're really going to need one.
Yeah. One's going to be working for PETA. The other one's going to be a hunter. I'm going to be on the hunter side, baby. Bring daddy back some food, put on the smoker. You always was my favorite. Explain the event. Be right back.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Home service problems occur, even at the most inconvenient times, like during a health crisis. And Tiller is always here to help you 24/7. As people are social distancing and staying at home on workdays, it's an easier time to take care of home maintenance items that you feel are necessary. And we've put new safety precautions in place, like wearing gloves, avoiding physical contact, new sanitation protocols, and limiting time in your home. We're here for you.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Don't remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
To end the week, we're sending you out with some positivity with Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Iris Networks, irisnetworksusa.com. 90 days, no payment for business internet, high quality, reliable fiber internet and voice. All right, man, I'm going to try to do this Attaboy without letting the allergies get the best of me. Tony Wilson Taylor lost her son 5 years ago, but that didn't stop her from planning a sweet surprise for his 16th. Excuse me, let me start all over. That did not stop her from planning a sweet surprise for his May 16th birthday. A surprise that has since touched the hearts of thousands across the country. Wilson Taylor is from Indiana. She woke up May the 16th with plans to purchase a birthday cake for a stranger in honor of her late son Tyler. So she called up to her local Kroger supermarket, arranged to pay for a local woman's cake, and then stopped by the bakery section to leave behind a card explaining her motive. Quote, I just want to do something that will make my son proud and happy. It was supposed to be anonymous. I was not expecting the person who got my card to post it online, but that's exactly what happened. Carolyn Mick, the woman who eventually picked up the cake, was so moved by the card that she shared the photo of Wilson Taylor's note to a local Facebook group. It says, today is my son's 35th birthday, his 5th one in heaven. In his memory, I paid for your cake. Please enjoy, make special memories, and hug your children and loved ones tight. My son loves cake, she added on the note. One of Wilson Taylor's friends eventually spotted the post on Facebook and recognized the names from the note and reached out to connect. After that, news of her sweet gesture spread like wildfire. Hundreds of Facebook users, too, were touched by Wilson Taylor's message. Quote, this is beautiful and a wonderful day to honor someone. One person wrote as a commenter, now everyone is cherishing your son today. You are too good, Tony. Another one wrote, Tyler is proud. You are his mom. I just want to share that today as we wrap up the week. And remember, as you check out the news and you check out social media and all you see is negativity, here's an example of how positivity can also be spread like wildfire, the same way negativity can be spread on social media. So that's my attaboy for today. Just a really, really cool story here on WATE.com. And if you want to go to it and check it out, the title is Woman Pays for Stranger's Birthday Cake in Honor of Late Son.
WATE. I know where that's from.
Mm-hmm. Right here in Knoxville. So it happened in Indiana, but ATE picked it up here on their website. So it's really, really, really a cool story.
And happy birthday to Johnny Majors. Would have turned 86 today. Was born 86 years ago today. And how about Tennessee tennis? Somebody mentioned it earlier in the show. I think it was Rusty. Beat Georgia yesterday. That's always a good thing when Tennessee beats Georgia in anything. But they did so to advance to the Final Four. And Tennessee will play Baylor today at 2:00. And if Tennessee can knock off Baylor, they'll play for a national championship. It was cool to see some photos on Twitter of Rick Barnes and Danny White and Donde Plowman and everybody going down, and Reed Sigmund checking out and supporting the tennis team. Apparently, Rick Barnes and the tennis coach Chris Woodward, I believe is his name. Forgive me for not being up to date on my tennis coaches.
I'm supposed to come in and save you and help you out.
Well, you were taking a drink. It sounded like you were chuckling. I thought you were laughing at me, not knowing the name of.
No,
it is Chris Woodruff. Look at me, I did know it. Apparently, Rick Barnes and he have established a really close friendship. So it was cool to see Rick Barnes down in Orlando at UCF watching Tennessee beat Georgia with Danny White and Donde Plowman.
I love it. I love the coaches all having that harmony and loving up on each other and liking each other, because, man, it was really weird when those coaches decided to take that pay cut and Pruitt's staff said, nah, we good.
Man, and
nah, we good. I'm keeping my money.
And think of the money that Tony Vitello was about to lose out on, because he signed an agreement that waives all bonuses through like July. And he gets $5,000 for being named SEC Coach of the Year, which, how does Tony only get a $5,000 bonus for winning SEC Coach of the Year?
It's because baseball, man. It's because baseball is not relevant.
I know.
In NCAA,
I'd be curious to see what that bonus is at other schools, though, is what I guess I'm getting at. But won't be able to get that $5,000 bonus. He gets $10,000 bonus for being named National Coach of the Year by Baseball America.
Bro, that's terrible.
Or the American Baseball Coaching Association. And if Tony Vitello does not win the National Coach of the Year, the SEC Coach of the Year, something is absolutely wrong. I don't care that Dave Van Horn in Arkansas is about to go the entire season without losing a series. That is very impressive. What's more impressive is that Tony Vitello has Tennessee where it is right now and had the type of season that he had this year after picking up the program where it was 4 years ago. So Tony can't get that bonus. He gets a 4% bonus for making the SEC tournament. He gets a 12% bonus for hosting a regional as a top 16 seed. He would get a 16% bonus for winning the SEC regular season or SEC tournament, a 20% bonus for appearing in a super regional, 24% bonus for hosting a super regional as a top 8 seed, 28% for making the College World Series, 32% for winning the College World Series. All of those things that I just mentioned, all of them except winning the SEC regular season is obtainable. And there's a good chance that he checks off a lot of those boxes, and he's not going to get a single bonus from any of that because he signed an agreement to waive his bonuses. I think it's in July. I don't know the exact date. It's like middle of the summer.
They'll take care of that. They'll
think
work
so?
that back. Yeah, I think they work that back in. Dude, those incentives in that contract sounds like someone who sells vacuum cleaners door to door. Those incentives are terrible. National Coach of the Year, $5,000 bonus.
$10,000 Swain.
Oh, $10,000?
$5,000 for
$10,000 for National Coach of the Year.
That's what I'm saying.
That's terrible.
I know.
That's terrible. You can sell 10 vacuum cleaners and get a $10,000 bonus. Golly. But they'll take. Hey, when you do the right thing for the right reasons, karma will come back and reward you. It always happens. It always happens that way. The universe will reward you. And the universe will reward Tony Vitello. In this case, the universe is Danny White. He'll be good to go, man.
Imagine giving Josh Heupel $5,000 for winning SEC Coach of the Year or $10,000 for National Coach of the Year.
That's nothing. That is nothing. For Ben McKee, I'm Jason Swain. We hope you have a great weekend. 7 a.m. Monday morning. Hopefully we're talking about a big orange Tennessee baseball sweep over those cocks.
Beat those cocks.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Every time I play South Carolina in a sport, the kid comes out of us.
I will never grow up.
Of us all.
I'm so immature.
Oh, man. Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. It's Friday. Get you some Dead End Barbecue. Don't worry about cooking. Go sit down. Go sit down in Dead End Barbecue or pick up. But what you don't have to do is dishes. Dead End Barbecue, let them take care of it for you today. Peace and love. We are out.